Welcome to the video about nutrition in the Alberta Health Services series, Tips for Success Getting Through Mealtime Struggles. It will look at how nutrition in the early years supports mealtime success. We acknowledge that what we call Alberta is the land of Treaty 6, 7, and 8. We are living and working on the traditional and ancestral territory of many peoples. We acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis settlements, and Inuit who have lived in and cared for these lands for generations. We are grateful for the traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. We make this acknowledgement as an act of reconciliation and gratitude to those whose territory we reside on or are visiting. This video is intended as general information for all caregivers. It is not intended to provide a diagnosis or to replace the advice of a qualified health professional. If you have specific questions about your child or family, please call 811 or talk to your doctor or other healthcare provider. In this video, you will look more closely at nutrition for young children and the roles of adults and children in feeding. You will hear tips and find resources to support eating well. In the introduction video, you learned about using the goal wheel. If you wish, you can think about a goal around nutrition for your child and family. In the middle circle, think about a goal related to nutrition. Think about what foods, tastes, and textures your child does or doesn't enjoy, and what is important to you when planning meals for your family. As you go through this video, add the strategies or tips that might work for you, your child, and your family. You can print the goal wheel by scanning the QR code found later in the presentation. It takes you to the goal wheel on the Pediatric Eating and Swallowing website. The early years are important for growth and development. Healthy eating helps children get the nutrients and energy they need for developing their brains and bodies so that they can grow, learn, and play. Eating and enjoying a variety of foods and developing healthy eating behaviors in childhood can last a lifetime. Healthy eating is more than the foods you eat and the nutrients they provide. Sharing meals with others can provide a time to connect and build relationships, learn language and social skills, and develop healthy eating habits. Some like to remember this: set the table for success. Sit together, eat together, talk together. Next, we will be talking about the role of the adult and the child in feeding. It is the child's role to choose A, whether or not to eat, B, how much to eat, C, both A and B, or D, none of the above. It is the child's role to decide how much to eat and whether or not to eat. Both the adult and the child have roles in feeding. The adult's role is to offer foods, what foods to offer, where to offer, and when to offer food. The child's role is to decide how much to eat and whether or not to eat. Following these roles can help your child develop lifelong healthy eating habits. The next slides will describe the adult and child roles in more detail. An easy way to remember this is adults provide, children decide. The Connections video looks at the importance of the parent-child relationship at mealtimes. The adult's role is to offer a variety of healthy foods. Use Canada's food guide seen on this slide to plan a meal. It suggests making half the plate vegetables or fruit, 1/4 whole grains, and 1/4 protein foods. This plate gives many examples of foods. Your child may not eat all these foods right now. With time and practice, they can learn to accept a variety of foods. If dessert is part of your planned meal, offer it along with the other foods to everyone in the family. Offer a small portion of dessert or offer something like fruit or yogurt to support eating well. Some foods are choking concerns for children under the age of 4 years. You may need to modify or avoid them. For example, cut grapes into quarters, cut hard foods like apples into narrow strips or grate them. Partially cook hard vegetables like carrots to soften them, and cut up long, stringy foods like pasta. Avoid foods that are hard, round, or sticky, like hard candies, popcorn, whole nuts, or marshmallows. You can find more information about this in the child development video. Try these ideas to help make meals and snacks. Plan ahead, thinking about what you want to serve. Use a grocery list to make choices at the store. Fill your cart with a variety of vegetables and fruit, whole grain foods, and protein foods. Stock your kitchen with these items so it is easier to make meals and snacks. Read the labels to choose foods with less added sugar, salt, or sodium and saturated fat. You may want to involve your child in planning and shopping to help them learn new skills. Use Canada's Food Guide plate to choose foods and prepare meals and snacks. Offer plenty of vegetables and fruits in meals and snacks. Fresh, frozen, canned, and dried are all healthy choices. Enjoy a variety of whole grain foods every day. These include whole grain bread, cereal, pasta, whole oats or oatmeal, brown or wild rice, and quinoa. Include a variety of protein foods every day. These include beans, lentils, soy foods, meat, fish, eggs, nuts and seeds, along with cow's milk, dairy, and fortified soy beverage. Offer children small servings of the family meal as shown here, or help them serve themselves. Tell them they can have more if they are still hungry. Large portions can be overwhelming for a child. They may not eat simply because it looks like too much food on their plate. Serve the same meal to the whole family to help children learn and accept new foods. Think about the types and variety of foods your family likes to eat and include one or two foods your child will eat. The plate on the left shows how an adult meal may look, and the picture on the right shows how it may look for a child. It is okay if the same foods are presented in different ways. For example, if your child likes foods not touching, serve their taco as separate foods on the plate. For example, cut up vegetables, beans or ground meat, grated cheese, and a soft whole grain tortilla pieces. Plan snacks with a vegetable or fruit and add a protein or a whole grain food or both. If your child misses a type of food at a meal, include it at a snack. For example, if they didn't eat a protein food at lunch, offer a protein food at snack along with a vegetable or fruit. Younger children will eat smaller snacks. Older children will have larger portions as shown in these examples of peanut butter and banana or peanut butter, toast, and banana. Other examples of snacks are a homemade whole grain muffin with apple slices and peas, carrots and hummus, and fruit with milk or yogurt and granola. For younger children under the age of 4 years of age, carrots can cause choking and need to be cooked soft, shredded, or cut into thin strips. For more meal and snack ideas, visit Inspiring Healthy Eating at healthyeatingstartshere.ca. Resources will be shared at the end of this video. If your child doesn't eat vegetables, one of the best things you can do is to lead by example. When they see you eating and enjoying vegetables at meals and snacks, they are more likely to try them too. It may take 15 or more tries before a child accepts a new food. Keep offering different types of vegetables, prepared in different ways, but remember, no pressure. Some examples are fresh cucumber slices, shredded carrot salad, curried cauliflower, broccoli stir fry, or veggie soup. As well, offer vegetables served with a yogurt dip, hummus, or salad dressing. Involve your child in choosing and preparing food. Maybe they can wash the zucchini or stir the salad. They can learn about the color, the shape, the smell, and the texture of the vegetable. With time and more exposures, they are more likely to accept it. Adding chopped, pureed, or grated vegetables to soups, curries, sauces, pancakes, or muffins can help all of us get more vegetables. What if your child doesn't eat protein foods? What have you tried to add more protein foods into your child's diet? Offer different types of protein foods served in different ways. Offer protein foods at snacks as well. Plant-based proteins are healthy choices that can be soft and easier to chew. Use cooked beans, peas, lentils, or tofu. Serve eggs and thinly spread peanut or nut butters. Young children may have trouble eating meat since the texture can be difficult to chew. To make it easier to eat, cut meat into small bites and serve soft meats like fish or ground meat or poultry. To make meat soft, use moist cooking methods like a crock pot or add meat to soups, stews, and sauces. Offer water and milk to drink. Offer water throughout the day to satisfy your child's thirst and meet their fluid needs. Milk can help meet nutrient needs. Offer water instead of sugary drinks like juice, fruit drinks, pop, iced tea, and lemonade. Avoid tea, herbal tea, coffee drinks, sports drinks, and energy drinks. These drinks have extra sugars, sugar substitutes, caffeine, or other ingredients that may not be safe for children. Instead of these drinks, offer water to quench thirst. Serve drinks in an open cup to help children learn the skill of drinking from a cup. The next slide shows what types of milks are recommended. The type of milk to offer depends on the age of your child. If your child is under 1 year of age, offer breast milk or infant formula. If your child is 1 to 2 years old, offer breast milk or 3.25% homogenized milk. If you are breastfeeding, continue breastfeeding until 2 years of age and beyond. After your child turns 2 years old, you can offer breast milk or lower fat milks like 2% or 1% milk or unsweetened fortified soy beverage. Fortified soy beverage has vitamin D and calcium added. Plant-based drinks may not be a good source of nutrients like protein and fat for younger children. If you choose to offer plant-based drinks, talk to a dietitian to make sure your child gets the nutrition they need. Parents are also responsible for when to offer food. Offer your child meals and snacks at regular times. Young children have smaller stomachs and high energy and nutrient needs. Offer 3 meals and 2 to 3 snacks each day so they can get the energy and nutrition they need. Plan meals and snacks 2 to 3 hours apart. This will help children feel ready to eat at the next meal and snack. Allow about 20 to 30 minutes for children to eat meals and 10 to 15 minutes for snacks. If the food has not been eaten within this time, that's okay. Let your child leave the table. Remember, they will have another chance to eat in 2 to 3 hours. Avoid grazing. This is eating or drinking throughout the day. If your child does this, they may not eat as well at the meal or snack times. Lastly, adults decide where to offer food. Aim for family meals. Sit together, eat together, and talk together. When you have pleasant meals together, you strengthen connections and your child will be more likely to want to join the mealtime. Children learn by watching you. Lead by example by role modeling healthy eating, table manners, language skills, and more. Avoid distractions so you can focus on each other and enjoying the food. Turn off the TV and put aside cell phones, toys, and electronics. Children eat best when they are sitting comfortably. Family meals are a chance to connect with each other. You can find more information about this in the environment and routine video. Now we will look at the child's role in feeding. The child's role is to decide how much to eat and whether or not to eat. Young children have small stomachs, so they may not eat as much as you expect. Their appetites and willingness to try new foods may change from day to day or even hour to hour, depending on how fast they are growing, how active they are, or how they are feeling. Your child may eat a lot, a little, or nothing at a meal or snack. This is natural. Offering regular meals and snacks gives them several chances to eat throughout the day. Think beyond a single meal or snack. Look at how they are eating over several days. Over time, children usually adjust what they eat at other meals and snacks. Remember, Your role is to offer healthy choices at regular times where family members can sit and eat together. Once you sit down at the table to eat, your job is done, and then your child's job is to decide how much to eat from what you have offered. Trust that they know when they are full. The hardest part is often giving up control about whether your child eats and how much they eat. Listen to your child when they say they are full. This video shows that patience works better than pressure. As you watch the video, here are a few things to watch for. See how the children are involved in the food preparation. The girl is scooping the dip into a bowl. The boy is helping put the food on the serving plate. Notice that the girl initially refuses the food her mother offers her, but after her mother models dipping and tasting another food, the girl is willing to try the food. The girl is able to choose if and when she will try the new food. There is no pressure from the parent to try the food.
Help your child learn to love a variety of foods, and they will become healthy, happy eaters. Offer a child just a taste of a new food at first, along with some more familiar foods. If they refuse to try it, be patient. It can take 8 to 15 or more tries before your child may accept a new food. If your children see you enjoy a variety of familiar and new foods prepared in different ways, they're more likely to learn to like them as well. Keep mealtimes pleasant and relaxed. Pressure, forcing, or even rewarding children to try new foods often results in a refusal. Food shouldn't be used as a reward or punishment. If they don't eat, it's okay. They can eat at the next meal or snack time. Trust them as they learn these new skills.
It can be concerning if your child doesn't eat meals or snacks. What have you done when this happens? Enjoy meal times as social times. Make meal times pleasant. Enjoy your time together to connect and build relationships. Follow the feeding rules. Let your child decide how much to eat and whether or not to eat from the foods offered. If they choose not to eat, you can gently remind them that they will be able to eat later at the next meal or snack time. Avoid pressuring about what or how much they eat. Even comments like "good job for eating that" can be pressure. Enjoy your meal or snack time and let your child enjoy theirs with no pressure to eat. Please don't save the uneaten food to be offered again at the next meal or snack. Offer the same foods the rest of the family is eating. Offer only water between meals and snacks. This will help them to be ready to eat the foods offered at the next meal or snack. Remember, child's appetites and food choices can change from one meal or day to the next. When offered a variety of healthy choices, children usually get the foods they need for healthy growth over time. Think about what they eat over a few days or a week, rather than how much they eat at one meal or snack. Take a moment to answer this. True or false? Do children need a vitamin D supplement? True. Alberta Health Services recommends all children take 400 international units of supplemental vitamin D each day. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium and keep bones strong. It is hard not to worry about how much children eat, but most children know when they are full or have had enough to eat. When children are offered a variety of healthy food, over time they usually adjust what they eat to get what they need. Healthy growth is different for each child. Your child is likely getting enough nutrition from food if they are following their own consistent growth pattern, are generally free from sickness, and are physically active. If you have concerns about your child's growth or health, please talk to your child's doctor or other healthcare provider. Let's think about whether being picky about foods or eating is typical. What would you say? True or false? Yes, it's true. Having strong preferences about food, which is sometimes called being picky, can be common for young children. Many parents have concerns about their child's eating, and it can help to know you are not alone. Some children are more cautious with their eating. Often, children are trying to be independent, and they just happen to be doing this around food at mealtimes. Try and enjoy mealtimes together. Enjoy eating and being with each other. You can find more information about introducing new foods and textures in the child development video. What if your child doesn't try new foods? Sometimes new foods take time. In the child development video, the Discover New Foods approach shows how your child may need to see, touch, smell, and taste a new food many times before they will eat and enjoy it. This can be a fun way to explore and learn about new foods together. Offer new foods many times, prepared in different ways with no pressure to eat them. Offer new foods along with one or two familiar foods to make it easier for your child to accept new ones. Involve your child in choosing and preparing a new food. This will help increase their exposure to a food. As well, serve new foods when your child is with other children who eat that food. When it comes to new foods, patience works better than pressure. When exploring new foods, use words that describe the food. For example, warm or cool, crunchy or smooth, white or green. Avoid words like good or bad to describe foods. Instead, simply present foods in a neutral way. Let's review some of the main points we covered. Follow the adult and child roles in feeding to help your child learn to eat well. Connect and make mealtimes pleasant. Sit together, eat together, and talk together. Use Canada's Food Guide to plan meals and snacks, using a variety of vegetables and fruit, whole grain foods, and protein foods. Offer water and milk to drink, served in an open cup. Use the tips and resources for more ideas. Take a moment and think about what you heard in this video. Think about your child and family and celebrate what is going well. Which tips did you add to your goal wheel about nutrition to try at home? Which tip will you try first? The next few slides have resources that might be interesting and helpful to you. You can connect to the resources through the QR codes, which are the black and white pattern on the screen. Pause the video and scan the QR code with your smartphone camera if you have one. You will be prompted to open the link on your smartphone. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, you can print a copy of the goal wheel from the PEAS website. If you have questions about nutrition or feeding, please call HealthLink and ask to talk to a dietitian. HealthLink has dietitians available to answer nutrition questions for anyone in Alberta. If you would like to find local health services and supports in your community, you can search for services using the Alberta Referral Directory. Once you are on the Referral Directory webpage, you can search for a certain service or care provider. For example, you can search for a dietitian. You can also search terms such as feeding or nutrition. You can then filter by where you live to find local services. The next two slides show where you can find more information about nutrition for children. The resource on the left is the Alberta Health Services Healthy Eating Starts Here nutrition website. The resource on the right is a handout that covers the feeding relationship and common eating habits. On the left shows Canada's Food Guide. Visit the website for tips, videos, recipes, and more. The second resource is the Alberta Health Services Healthy Parents, Healthy Children resource to support healthy child development in the early years. You'll find everyday care and parenting tips at the Healthy Parents, Healthy Children website. This slide shows a web page where you can find free Alberta Health Services nutrition classes in your area for feeding infants or children. This is the link to the video, Patience Works Better Than Pressure. The Pediatric Eating and Swallowing, or PEAS website, has links to information for both general public health information as well as for specialized feeding support in case you need it. Thank you for watching this video. Please pause the video and scan the QR code to go to a very short survey. Thank you for taking time to complete the survey. Your comments will be used to improve the nutrition video. Remember to watch the other videos in the Alberta Health Services webinar series, Tips for Success, Getting Through Mealtime Struggles.